In the previous example, you saw the consequence of planning a little bit ahead. The planning of a little bit ahead makes your work much easier. Now, you may be thinking, well, I'm not interested in making math easy. I don't want to use some trick. But really what you're using is logic into simplifying your arguments in math. We will be doing something very, very similar here. A line segment has slope -2/3. If the coordinates of the endpoint are -3, 6, and 9, y, determine the value of y. So we're trying to determine the value of y. If we go back to our formula, if I make y in this position, my math ends up being much simpler, for ya is not negative. I think I'm ready here. I think I should call this point A and this point B. So what I get is the slope is -2/3 is equal to, right? The slope is -2/3 is equal to ya. Well, ya is unknown, so I'm just going to call that y, minus yb, which is 6, divided by xa, which is 9, minus xb, which is -3. So I'll let you think about this in the next little bit while I shut the door and try to plan out your next step. All right, I think the next step is just to clean up garbage, make it look pretty. So what I get is -2/3 is equal to y minus 6. I'm going to clean up this denominator in which I know that 9 minus -3 is actually 12. Now, what I could do is you can cross multiply now to try to simplify this. What I get is -2 times 12 is equal to y minus 6, and that's one entity times 3. So when we cross multiply, sometimes it appears as a trick. And I'm sort of curious if you know what you're actually doing when you cross multiply. What's the math reason behind it? Anyways, let's get to the task at hand. What I notice is -2 times 12 is minus 24. And that is equal to, so now I'm going to multiply the constant 3 to the binomial. On the right-hand side, I get 3y minus 18. This is just my own personal preference. I like it when the unknown is on the left-hand side. So I'm going to rewrite this as 3y minus 18 is equal to minus 24. I just switched around the sides. If A is equal to B, then I can conclude that B is equal to A. You can just switch around the sides like that. No needed math operations. I'm going to add 18 to both sides. So 3y is equal to minus 24 plus 18. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify the right-hand side. Minus 24 plus 18 is minus 6. So very simply now, I'm going to divide both sides by 3. I get y is equal to -2. One final thing about algebra. We are working on algebra. And I know that for some of you, it may come second nature. What we should do is we should try to critically think about each step that we're doing. For example, sometimes I multiply or divide both sides of the equation by a constant, like I did in this step. I divided both sides by 3. Other times, like in this step, I multiplied the right-hand side, a monomial, by a binomial. Please always question why you're doing things in a positive light. Be confident. We're going to get through this and we're going to become stronger in algebra.